Welcome to Japanese Easy Study channel. Today we are going to learn about the grammar in Japanese language, or we say Japanese language proficiency test. 日本語能力試験19 The first we are going to learn about the grammar of Bakaridenaku. The grammar of Bakaridenaku is mean not only ... something but also, or it can mean as well as. So how to translate that mean depends on the sentence. Sometimes you can translate like not only ... something but also, and sometimes you can translate like as well as. Depends on the situation you are talking about. So how to use the grammar of Bakaridenaku? In Japanese, they use the verb in casual form with the Bakaridenaku, or they use noun with Bakaridenaku, and they also use adjective such as e-adjective and noun adjective. But in adjective, you should end by na Bakaridenaku, or you can end by they are the Bakaridenaku, something like this. So what you have to remember this is when you use the na adjective, you should end the na by na or they are the, and followed by the Bakaridenaku. So to make more understand about how to use the grammar of Bakaridenaku, the next we are going to see some example of how to use. The first example, このマンションは狭いばかりでなく暗いです。このマンションは狭いばかりでなく暗いです。Which means this apartment is not only very small, it's also quite dark. This apartment is not only very small, it's also quite dark. The next example, うちの子は6歳なのに日本語ばかりでなく英語まで喋れるよ。うちの子は6歳なのに日本語ばかりでなく英語まで喋れるよ。Which means, although our child is only 6, they can speak not only Japanese but English as well. Although our child is only 6, they can speak not only Japanese but English as well. 彼は歌ばかりでなくダンスも上手です。彼は歌ばかりでなくダンスも上手です。Which means he is not only good at singing, he also good at dancing. He is not only good at singing, he also good at dancing. Or you can translate like, he is not good at singing. He is not only good at singing, but he also good at dance. That means when you use the bakari, that means you plus something to the sentence, or you plus something to the situation that you are talking about. The next example, 俺は右手ばかりでなく左手でも字が書けるよ。俺は右手ばかりでなく左手でも字が書けるよ。Which means I can write with not only my right hand, but my left hand too. I can write with not only my right hand, but my left hand too. For the second sentence, you will see that they will explain that he or she can write both hand. So you can use the Bakaridenaku to explain that he have the ability to write both his or her hand. So you can use Bakari to plus the good thing or the bad thing to the situation. In here for the both sentence plus for good thing. For example, Uta Bakaridenaku, that means he can sing very well and also dance very well. For the second sentence, I can write not only my right hand but my left hand too. That means I can write both the left hand and the right hand. But actually, people just write for the right hand, right? So the next we are going to learn about the grammar of Bekida. The grammar of Bekida is mean should do something or must do something. So how to use? In Japanese, when you use the Bekida, when you use the verb, you should change the word to the dictionary form. But the special case, the verb suru, you can use suru bekida or su bekida. For example, shinpai suru bekida, or you just say shinpai su bekida. So this is the special case, so you have to remember. And for when you use the e adjective the beki, you should cut out the e out of the adjective and end by ku aru bekida, something like this. For example, atarashiku aru bekida, something like this. And for the na adjective, you not end by na but you end by de aru. For example, kirei na de aru bekida, something like this. So you have to remember that when you use the verb, you have a special case for the suru verb. So you can use both suru or subeki. And for the adjective, you can end both by aru. For example, the e adjective you end by ku aru, and for the na adjective you end by de aru bekida. So the meaning, the deep meaning of the Bekida is mean that you should do something or you must do something. Or it should be like this, it should be like that. He should do like this, he should does like this, something like this. So to make more understand, let's go to see some example. 私はそれについてもっと知るべきだ。私はそれについてもっと知るべきだ。Which means I should know more about that. I should know more about that. 約束は守るべきだ。約束は守るべきだ。Which means you should keep your promise. You should keep your promise. 早く帰宅すべきだ。早く帰宅すべきだ。You should go home early. You should go home early. In this case, you can use 早く帰宅するべきだ. Or you just use 早く帰宅すべきだ. You can use the both. Because 帰宅 is the する verb, so you can use both すべき or するべき. The next example. 真実を言うべきだ。真実を言うべきだ。You should tell the truth. You should tell the truth. The next we are going to learn about the Bekidewanai. Bekidewanai. The last moment we just learned the verb Bekida. So this is the Bekidewanai. It means should not do or must not do. It's the negative form of Bekida. So when you say the negative form, the Bekida should be Bekidewanai. So this we just translate such as should not do or must not do. I should not know about that because it's not my business. Or I must not know about that. It's not my business. She must not know about that because it's not her business. So how to use? In Japanese, when you use the Beki or Bekidewanai, it's just the same. So when you use with the verb, you should change the verb to the dictionary form. And the special case is suru or subeki. You can use both suru or Bekidewanai. And for the adjective, you just cut out out of the adjective and end by ku aru. For na adjective, you should not end by na, but you should end by de aru. And for the Bekidewanai or Bekidewanai, it just has the same meaning. So when you see the end by Bekidewanai or Bekidewanai, so it just has the same meaning. So don't be afraid, don't be surprised. Okay. So you should remember that Beki and Bekidewanai is the positive and the negative sentence. So the next, let's go to see some sample of how to use. The first example, こんなことをすべきではない。こんなことをすべきではない。Which means you shouldn't do such a thing. You shouldn't do such a thing. In this sentence, you can use そんなことをするべきではない。Because する you can use both case すべき or するべきではない。The next example 寝る前にアイスを食べるべきではない。寝る前にアイスを食べるべきではない。Which means you shouldn't eat ice cream before going to bed. You shouldn't eat ice cream before going to bed. The next, 私たちは遅く寝るべきではありません。私たちは遅く寝るべきではありません。Which means we shouldn't go to bed late. We shouldn't go to bed late. 約束を破るべきではありません。約束を破るべきではありません。Which means you shouldn't break your promise. You shouldn't break your promise. Thank you very much for watching my video clip. And please help me subscribe my channel if you haven't. I hope to see you about learning Japanese in next time. Bye bye. ありがとうございました。